Can we give her a round? Okay, I'm going to allow Daphne to call it in the air. Hopefully I will catch it, and we'll see who wins the toss. Call it in the air, then after I catch it, turn it on. All right. And it is tails. So Daphne, you get to choose whether you want to argue for teacher tenure or against it. All right, Daphne will be arguing for teacher tenure. Alexis will be arguing against teacher tenure. They're now going to exit and prepare for their debate, which will happen in approximately 20 minutes. Thank you, ladies. Oh, that's so sweet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we're going to begin our oratorical competition. Now, these young people need your encouragement. We want you to encourage them as if they are walking in to the Capitol and they are about to address the United States of America as the leader of the free world. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage to present their State of the Union address, let's give a round of applause to the President, Jerrod Morrell.
The numbers still increase. I will put a stop to this. Started in New York and now all over the country, there's a program called Walk in School. school. It prevents students from dropping out. So that being said, I will get as many kids as possible in that program. Shameful to say, but our economy needs some help. In the economy today, for the first time in 15 years, Master Lock unionized plant in Milwaukee is running at full capacity. So we have a huge opportunity at the moment to bring manufacturing back, but we have to seize it. Tonight, my message to my business leaders: ask yourselves this simple question: what can I do to bring jobs back in America? And your country will help you to do whatever you need to succeed. We should start with our tax code. Right now, companies get tax breaks for moving jobs and profits overseas. Meanwhile, companies that choose to stay in America get hit with one of the highest tax rates in the world. It makes no sense and everyone knows it. So let's change it. Even in a crisis today, the American economy still remains the world's largest and most diverse. The total output of U.S. goods and services stood at $14 trillion, nearly 3 times the size of Japan's economy and 5 times China's base on purchasing power of each country's currency. With just 5% of the world's population, the United States is responsible for 20% of the total economic output. U.S. foreign and national security policy has shifted from containing communism to addressing conflicts in smaller but still dangerous hotspots throughout the world. Often in conjunction with international bodies like the United Nations or the NATO, much of American foreign policy now focuses on peacekeeping and efforts like places in Iraq or Afghanistan. Debates over many foreign policy and national security issues continue to be drawn traditional left and right lines. A leading example is defense spending, where conservatives call for a significant increase in liberals in shifting resources of domestic U.S. entry into the Japanese attack Pearl Harbor. Also, after 9/11 attacks, we have a stronger and more secure nation. We've demolished over 50 terrorist plots and more that you even know of. I will put a stop to this hatred so we can live in our country in peace. Over in Korea, kids learn English as their first language. In America, kids can't even read or write before the age of 5. That being said, we Americans need to step it up another notch. I will put in my all to get to our kids the level of success needed. When it comes to the deficit, we already agreed to more than $2 trillion cuts in savings right now. We are supposed to spend nearly $1 trillion more than what was supposed to be a temporary tax break for the wealthiest 2% of Americans. That's why I'm sending Congress this plan right now that gives every responsible homeowner to save about $3,000 on their mortgage right now. Right now, because of loopholes and shelters in the tax code, a quarter of a millionaires pay a lower tax rate than million middle-class households. The American people know what the right choice is. I'm prepared to make more reforms that rein in long-term costs of Medicare and Medicaid and strengthen Social Security. So as long as those programs remain a guarantee of security for seniors. This is America. At the end of the day, we have the strongest army. At the end of the day, we are the most powerful nation. America, we are not perfect people, but we are called for the perfect mission. Each time I look at that flag, I'm reminded that our destiny is stitched together like those 50 stars and those 13 stripes. No one built this country on its own. This nation is great because we built it together. This nation is great because we get each other's backs. America, we need to be a whole rather than a broken destiny. America reminds me of a shoe. You have your soul, the 13 colonies that form this nation. Then you have your body of the shoe. The body represents we the people, as it states in the preamble. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our prosperity, do ordain and establish the Constitution of the United States of America. Now listen close. Repeat after me. We will.
We will.
Unite.
Unite.
We will.
We will.
Unite.
Unite.
Thank you. God bless you. And may God bless the United States of America. Good night.